Hello everybody, my name is Ross Johnson. I'm going to give you a quick overview of Project Panorama Pro, which is a plugin to help visualize project progress for your team and for your clients. So after you've installed Project Panorama in WordPress, you will get this handy little area over here for your projects. And there's some great tools you can see in here. So we click on projects. As you're building out projects, you'll notice that you get kind of this nice little dashboard of your current projects and how they're going, including completed and projects that haven't even started. You get a short code which allows you to embed the project into your theme, and you can go in and actually edit any one of these different projects. One of the great things about Project Panorama is you also have the ability to clone projects. So in this example here, I've created a project template, which I'm just going to go ahead and clone, which will save me some of the time of actually setting up my project. So if you do the same type of project over and over, in the case of my company, we do a lot of design and development work. And this will actually clone it and create another version like you see here. And I'll go and click Edit, and I'll tell you some of the features of Project Panorama here. So you can do the basic things you'd want to do to communicate the type of project that you're doing, like typing in a title. It's a logo redesign for a client. I'll say fictional client. Another great thing that we've done to try and save you time is allow you to automatically calculate progress based on the task completion or the phase completion. So this saves you from having to go in and approximate, how far you are in the project and that sort of thing. Now you can do that if you want by adjusting your little slider here. You could say we're about 33% done. What I like to do is just automatically calculate the progress so I don't have to think about it. You can put in some essential information here like project details. So I'll put some in here. This is a full editor, so you can add media and files and forms if necessary. You can upload documents, which you can mark as approved and review under revisions or rejected. Each document gets a title and description. And you can manage the access to your projects. You can hide them from search engines or even restrict projects to specific users. For example, if I only wanted Declan, who could potentially be one of my clients, to use this, I could mark it as this user account. And these are tied to the WordPress user account. So you could basically create users within WordPress and restrict projects to them. That way if they tried to go to the project, they would have to log in order to see it. You can set milestones. I'm going to set some milestones here. These are particularly good if you have things that happen at specific points within a project. If not, you can always use phases to kind of communicate the same thing. We use these for billing milestones. So at 20%, we might say billing milestone number 1, 25% deposit required. Billing milestone number 2. 5% payment required. Okay, moving on. Then you get into the phases. So most projects are actually broken up into multiple different phases, regardless of what you're doing. You might have a planning phase, and then a development phase, or a design phase, or even a writing phase if you're authoring books. So you can have an infinite number of phases within Project Panorama. You can choose to either calculate the completion of these projects or these phases yourself, or you can to have them automatically calculated, much like the total project completion. So usually I'll do automatic progress. You can choose to wait different phases. For example, if one phase will take longer than the other, you can turn that on as well. Put in a description, and then you've got tasks. Each task you can choose how far you are along in the completion, and you can update this obviously as you go along. And you can add an infinite number of tasks as well. And here you'll see that I've got a second phase for design, which I'll add some information here. and you can add a phase as well. So I'll do development here. Let's call this dev server. Etc., etc. When you're done, you can go ahead and hit publish. And what this will do is create an individual project page, which you can then send to your client whenever you would like. So let's see what it looks like. So here you go. I got my basic project page here. We can see my various different milestones. You'll see that 25% deposit is required because we've reached that point. This 32% is auto-calculated based on the phase completion, which I've got the discovery set at 57% complete, which was auto-calculated based on my task completion, and the development process is 37% complete based on the same sort of calculation. Now there's a couple of things you can do if you don't want to send clients to this particular design. You can incorporate it into your own theme if you want to keep your own branding, because we do have some handy shortcodes. So let's take a look at those. I'm going to go back into my projects, and you'll see that each project has a shortcode with an ID. So let's see, we'll just grab this one. I'm going to go ahead and create a new page. And I will paste that in there. Now, if you don't remember the shortcode, you can also use these two icons that are added here for displaying all active projects or embedding a specific project. So we could do the exact same thing, and that will embed the project. And you can also have a list of all your projects that are going on that you have, just in case you want to output that list and have kind of a running dashboard of the projects that you've worked on. So I'll go ahead and publish that. And we can take a look how that looks. And you'll see it embeds it right into the page. You can click on any of these to go to the project page itself. And the information here you've got displayed as well. Now this is fully responsive. So if we were to go to any one of these pages and look it up on a tablet or a smartphone or a smaller monitor, it does collapse gracefully. So there you go. I hope you like this plugin and find it worth trying. We do have a free version that has fewer features, and we're worth checking out.